Why Kitchen Nightmare is a dying TV show. Not good? Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. What happened that Kitchen Nightmare was ended? What happened to the restaurants? Keep watching to find out. If you ask most foodies what their favorite Gordon Ramsay series is, you'll likely hear one of three responses. While both Hell's Kitchen and MasterChef have large followings, Kitchen Nightmares, which aired on FX until 2014, has some of the most ardent and vociferous followers. Kitchen Nightmares aired for 6 seasons in the United Kingdom before returning for a 7th season in the United States. Ramsay went into a failing restaurant, tore it up from top to bottom, and then attempted to rebuild it so that the owners had a fighting chance of turning things around. While it's always entertaining to see Ramsay at work, the drama of witnessing him deal with business owners who had no idea how bad their company was what made the show work. Almost every time, tears were shed, someone was yelled at and slashed or dismissed, and then they would wake up, realize Ramsay was correct, and finally begin to listen. When it came to restaurant criticism, Gordon Ramsay didn't hold back. You'd be mistaken if you thought he held all of his animosity for the chefs on Hell's Kitchen. When dealing with cooks and owners, he might be brutally honest in order to demonstrate that change was required. Why did Gordon Ramsay cancel Kitchen Nightmares, and why does he regret it now? In fact, it was because of this candid criticism that Ramsay decided to discontinue the show, which was still a tremendous hit when it ended. Ramsay ended up taking a lot of heat for how he treated the restaurants featured on Kitchen Nightmares. When you add in the fact that many of the restaurants were in danger once the cameras and Ramsay left, he finally had enough and pulled the plug. Ramsay acknowledged the reason he halted Kitchen Nightmares was a mistake after a few years and some thought, according to Mashed. It turns out that he decided to end the program out of rage and nothing else. And he now realizes that wasn't the best cause to finish the series. When it comes to the criticism that the eateries featured on the show fail, he says it's because they always revert to old practices and refuse his recommendations. Ramsay is convinced that they would have been successful if they had listened to him and continued to execute the plan he had devised. So, will Kitchen Nightmares be resurrected? It appears to be a stretch. Ramsay has a slew of other projects on the go, and it appears that he is at peace with the show's demise and the reasons for its cancellation. However, as they say never. Kitchen Nightmares. Where are the most horrific restaurants now? From 2007 to 2014, the potty-mouthed chef Gordon Ramsay toured across the United States, attempting to help struggling restaurants get out of debt, improve service, and turn their businesses around. He encountered dissension among the personnel, owners who didn't know what they were doing or had simply lost interest, people who were in over their heads, and menus that were inadequate. He uncovered a lot more about why these restaurants weren't doing well at times. Some were filthy, didn't use fresh products, had inexperienced cooks, outmoded decor, and a slew of other issues that hampered their prospects of success. But there were times when Ramsay found things that were filthy, disgusting, and simply revolting. Here are some of the more horrifying eateries from the show. 1. Lella's. When Gordon needs to gag on something in the kitchen, it's never a good thing. Worse, Lella's had failed to maintain the proper temperature in the refrigerator, causing the majority of their produce to spoil. The way the Californian restaurant was run did not impress Chef Ramsay. It's no surprise that Lella's closed due to outrageously enormous debts, with spelling mistakes on the menu and a lack of cooking competence. 2. Tropiano's. It's hard to say which is the worst. The fact that the kitchen had plainly not been cleaned properly in years, resulting in a buildup of grime and muck, or the fact that there were genuine rat droppings just where food is made. Most fights aren't going to end well when there's a relationship with the in-laws involved as well. The restaurant was taken by the state for failing to pay a variety of taxes, owing to personal feuds, poor food cleanliness, and rising indebtedness. 3. Seascape. While the New York restaurant's unique setting on an old ship was intriguing, it sadly fell short of expectations. The kitchen was once again a shambles and in need of a thorough cleaning. The scent of sewage wafting through the eatery was a bad omen for what was to follow. Gordon was even served pesto that had gone bad and was out of date. Needless to say, the restaurant was immediately sold to new management. 4. Peter's. Peter's New York Italian Diner, another business that didn't know how to use a freezer properly, was trying to stay afloat after providing dangerous food for months. The financial difficulties were so severe that a debt collector appears in the middle of the show, sparking a genuine brawl. The founders eventually sold the business to other owners, and there were accusations that Peter's had mob ties. Conclusion: Guilty Eats Nation. What are your thoughts? Do you believe Gordon Ramsay should make Kitchen Nightmares a reality show again? Or have you moved on already? Leave a comment in the box below. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss any of our future uploads.